Episode 3503, What Are You Dwelling On?
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. Are you ready for an extraordinary day? Oh, come on. It's Hope Day. Okay, I know. I overuse that one a little bit, but you know, it is a funny commercial. If you don't know, go just search it up because it's all about the camel. But today, no. What are you dwelling on? For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. Okay, so when we're talking about the camel, you know what he's dwelling on? Oh, he's dwelling on water. Oh yeah, and I got to tell you, we all got to drink more water. I know we're coming to the end of summer, but it is still hot out there, and that means you need to make sure you're drinking your agua. Yes, your H2O, you need it. But we're really not talking about camels today, but it is kind of a fun little segue, right? I know being healthy and doing all that stuff just really isn't fun, right? It's hard to stay on track all the time. Right? You've got a new season. Kids are going back to school. If you've got a new grandbaby, or maybe you're just becoming an empty nester, maybe you just took your child to college and you're like, I don't have any more nails left because I'm biting them all off, right? But in the moments where you stray from your healthy living because life happens, is it something that you quickly recover from, or do you remain stuck? What are you dwelling on? Because here's the thing, you can dwell on the good, bad, or ugly. Any of it can lead you in one direction or the other. So let's say today it's 3 p.m. Yes, on a Wednesday, and you're eyeing this chocolate bar in your drawer. Oh, yes, because you know you just want it. But you've been eating clean for weeks. How did this chocolate bar even get there? But it's there, and today the stress has gotten to you. And in this split second, you decide to indulge. What goes through your mind? Is it guilt, self-loathing, or acceptance? What are you dwelling on in that moment of weakness? You know, in the journey of healthy living, because I believe we're all on it. I don't care if you are at the top of your game. I mean, I have worked with bodybuilders and people who are just like so in shape, and guess what? They're still working on their bodies. They know they can take it to the pinnacle. We just got done with the Olympics, right? And the Paralympics. Do you think those athletes were just like, oh, yeah, got this. Now I'm not going to do anything. Now, some of them may have that for a moment or two or three because they earned it. They need to go out and splurge a little bit. But they're going to come back and say, you know what? I'm coming back in 4 years. So back to the grinding bone, right? They got to keep doing it and keep doing it. You've got football coming up. And some of your kiddos may be playing football, playing sports, soccer, all of it. And all of a sudden, they're like, oh, I got to make sure. I got to eat well. I need more protein because, man, these muscles are sore. I know that I've got to sleep more so I can recover faster. I got to make sure I stay hydrated, all of this stuff, right? Our journey of healthy living never stops, even if you think you've reached the top. And even though we think we're doing great, it's still not always smooth sailing. There's going to be those bumps and detours and sometimes full-blown roadblocks. But it's not about the slip-ups. It's not about the mess-ups. It's about what you do next. Do you wallow in self-pity or use it as a learning experience to propel yourself forward? Are you saying, I get to make a choice today? Or in this moment, that chocolate bar, oh, I know, I'm getting hangry, but you know what? Nope. I can choose something else. You have to understand what you're dwelling on in order to move in a different direction. So then if that's you, then you got to break the silence. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Break the silence. And maybe I should have said it a lot softer. Break the silence on what you're hiding from. What you're hiding from yourself or from others. But guess what? It doesn't have to be bad. You have got to own what is good, bad, and ugly, whatever it is. What is serving you and what isn't. This is the only way change can occur. But it doesn't come without a cost, right? Sometimes you have to hit that brick wall. Sometimes you have to fail more than you succeed. Sometimes you have to see it to believe it. Sometimes you have to try it to buy it. Oh, sometimes you just have to own it. Whatever you're dwelling on, break the silence. Don't sit there and suffer and pretend that everything's fine. Or don't sit there and suffer and pretend everything's great. Either way is not good. So you've got to shine the light on it and break the silence. What does it look like in real life when it comes to healthy living? Because man, these struggles are real, aren't they? And if you're as busy, as crazy as I am, okay, maybe you're not as crazy, but you are as busy. I'll accept the crazy for myself, just saying. But when you are juggling a lot of things, and you are, right? That's life right now. I mean, technology is great, but guess what? That means we can do more. Well, at least we think we can. I'm hoping that that's going to change over time, that people understand that they've got to take care of themselves and they've got to make some specific choices so they can live their life to the fullest and not to, the cup is half full or half empty, depending upon the moment, but it never goes more than half. So whatever you're dwelling on, you got to break the silence. Let's stay on track here. Are you ready? Number 1, reflect and pivot. Take a moment to reflect on your actions without judgment. I cannot stress this enough. It's not just about reflecting on your actions. It's about reflecting on them without judgment. Look at it from a factual point of view. Don't attach your feelings to it. That can come later. Understand the triggers that led to your deviating from your healthy habits. You ate clean for weeks and that chocolate bar, all of a sudden, how did it end up in your drawer? You have no idea, but now you're like, remember that golden retriever? I'm sure you've seen some of these videos, right, or reels, where they have, whether it's a treat, a cupcake, a piece of cheese, a hot dog, whatever it is, and the dog is just sitting there and it's like on the table. So their head's just looking, their eyes are looking at it. They're so still. And it takes forever. And all of a sudden they're just salivating. I mean, it's just like running out of their mouth. Now I'm used to that because we've got an English bulldog. So that's an everyday event for us. He's just messy all around. But when you're looking at that chocolate bar or whatever it is that tempts you, that's what's in your drawer right now. Whatever it is that tempts you, you've got to be able to own it without judgment. You got to say, okay, this is what happened. If you made a choice to say, I wanted to eat it because I worked really hard and I deserve a treat, great. Next, move on. But if you're one who says, I do not believe I did that. That was so stupid of me. Man, I worked so hard. Now I'm probably going to gain 2.5 pounds from just being inflamed because I ate this junk food. I won't even be able to drink myself to the point of being able to flush it out of my body. Now it's 2 more days behind where I really wanted to be. It's not about the mistake, my friend. It's about the recovery. Use the setback as a comeback, as an opportunity to pivot towards a more mindful approach to wellness, meaning that you're kind to yourself, that you give yourself grace. That doesn't mean you don't have discipline. That doesn't mean that you give yourself an excuse to pick up another chocolate bar or whatever it is that's in your desk. Maybe it's cheese balls for you or Cheetos. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that big gulp. I remember when that used to be the thing way back when. Yeah, that was way before Supersize This, and it was 7-Eleven's Big Gulp. Oh, yeah, delicious. Not for me. I never went to those stores then. Now, I did later on in life because we kind of could have afforded a little bit more. But then I was like, yeah, this is not good for the body. So out that went, and yeah, I just don't do it anymore. I'm all about water. But in the season that you're in, reflect and pivot. Number 2, create tiny habits. Shift your focus from dwelling on the negative and look to something that inhabits your healthy living. What can you do that's easy? Set yourself up for the success by allowing yourself to have more wins than losses. A lot of times we say, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds in 10 days. Okay. I will tell you, is that possible? Yes, but, and it's a big B-U-T, not the extra T, but you may be wanting to get rid of that extra T. So maybe it is a double T. Anyway, I know. Did you catch it? Okay, I know. I'll keep my day job. I won't go for a comedic act. I'm just saying. But seriously, when you're looking at creating tiny habits, it's not about saying, oh, yes, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 10 days. That would be awesome. Man, weight loss would be fabulous and easy, wouldn't it? How long did it take to get you to where you are today? Even with that chocolate bar in your drawer. Create the tiny habits. Maybe it's just drinking more water and less big gulps. Maybe it's taking those chocolate bars and either giving them all away or just throwing them away. Don't think about the money. You already spent it. Doesn't matter. Don't feel guilty and say, oh, I got to eat it because I bought it. No, you don't. You already spent the money, so it doesn't matter. Throw it away. If it's not serving a purpose of where you want to be in your life, get rid of it. It's a tiny habit. If you get rid of the chocolate bars, guess what? Don't buy anymore. There you go. That's a win. That's setting yourself up for success. That's saying, yeah, I can do this one thing. Maybe you need to have more intentional movement in your life. Well, if you're like, I don't like to exercise, then don't call it exercise. Say, I'm going to go pick up the mail. And you're going to walk to the mailbox 5 times. You're like, probably, Christiane, yeah, that crazy part, you are crazy. No, I'm not. I'm just making things simple. Take one thing out of the mailbox and then walk back and then walk back, pick up the next thing, walk back to the mailbox, pick up the next thing. Do it as many times. Guess what? That will be more intentional movement than you ever had. And it's not that hard. It's a tiny habit that gets you walking. It's not taking you out of your comfort zone. You don't have to go to a gym. It doesn't cost you any more money. It is costing you time, but that time is being invested in what? Your health. Hello. It's called setting yourself up for success. Create tiny habits. And finally, number 3, set clear intentions. Define your goals by being honest. And set those clear intentions for your health and well-being. But you have to be honest. Don't try to make things up. Don't try to sugarcoat it because we know sugar is not good. So don't add the extra sugar, right? See, who said listening to me is not fun? Let's make it fun, right? Life is too short. It's a party every day. So whether it's committing to that intentional movement, that exercise that you don't want to call it exercise, the mindful eating or self-care, taking care of who you are. Maybe it's doing your own nails. You don't have to go out and have a manicure, but you can have your own mani-pedi in your own house. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but it does give you that time to take care of you. Clarity in your intentions can guide you towards sustainable lifestyle changes. Clarity is the key. You have to understand what you are dwelling on in order to move in a different direction. So when you look at healthy living, it's not about perfection. It's not. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, I've got to be on track. Okay, but you're going to fail. You're going to fall off. I know. I have done it enough times. I have been around the sun enough times to tell you, you will fail. But I tell you that in love. So understand this. It's all about progress. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. The decision that you make, what you decide today, impacts your direction tomorrow. So by breaking the silence, it gives you permission to know who you are and where you are right now. So you have clear direction on who you are becoming and where you are going. You get to empower yourself. You get to choose. Don't let a moment define you. Let it refine you. So, you know that chocolate bar or the cheese puffs or whatever it is that's in your drawer that's tempting? The next time you reach for that bar, pause, reflect, and choose to dwell on the path that aligns with where you want to go, who you are becoming. Go create your now, train for life, love your journey. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.